All right, and that was the news. Thank you for that, Rishi. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Now Morning Show right here on TTT, also on Talk City 91.1 FM, TTT Live online, and on the World Wide Web at ttt.live. Now, earlier this month, we commemorated International Women's Day, and there is something that the U.S. Embassy is doing in regards to that to help empower women, and we are going to speak about the Young Leaders of the Americas initiative that the U.S. Embassy is sponsoring this year. And with me this morning is Deirdre Leakin and also Michael G. Barrera of the U.S. Embassy. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, so tell me about the Young Leaders of the Americas initiative.
So this was an initiative that was actually launched in 2016 under the Obama government. And we had a pilot of 3 people that went to Washington. 1 was from Trinidad.
Right.
And then in 2017, it was repeated with 250 people from the Caribbean and Latin America.
Wow.
5 were from Trinidad. And on returning, the relationship that was established with the embassy was to sort of create and foster more empowerment for entrepreneurship and young entrepreneurs in Trinidad.
All right, so tell me, so this one in particular is focused on female entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the importance of supporting this specifically for female entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. So the U.S. Embassy through the YLI program, we're actually very excited about this because this is the first time we're actually doing this in Trinidad and Tobago. The idea is that we bring exactly what Deirdre was saying, some of the top YLI representatives from around the Caribbean region, bring them all here and then do a twofold conference. One about how they can better their businesses, but more importantly, what the focus of this one is and what separates it from other, you hear talk shops and trainings is they're gonna take those, go back to the community and then give back and see how they themselves in that position of power and what they've learned can help improve the community, reducing crime and helping the economic standards of their community.
Oh, that's excellent. So coming out of the first one in 2016, how has it increased now? How has it improved over the years?
Oh, wow. So the YLI network is not just the YLI alumni. There's actually the network, and it has grown from 2016 to over 34,000 people right now.
Wow.
And they're all actually just doing workshops, doing different initiatives in their countries. We collaborate across the Caribbean. We collaborate with Latin America. For this conference, we actually have 12 participants coming in from the Caribbean and Latin America, from Costa Rica, Venezuela, Jamaica, Guyana, Barbados. And we've been planning to do an outreach program in this conference. So on the last day, we'll actually be going out to 3 communities in Trinidad, at Rio Claro, Diego Martin, and Chaguanas.
Okay.
And we'll be doing like a talk with women, and the participants who are coming in will go back to their countries and repeat it there.
We'll repeat the talk so everything and they learn to carry it across to then spread the knowledge even further. That's really excellent. So tell me a little bit about the conference coming up.
So we have a really great lineup of speakers. We have the president of AFET. We have Akosua Edwards, who recently had Bodacious Girls Empowerment Gala. A lot of these sessions are not just those regular talking sessions that you have at conferences. They're very interactive. So the girls get together and they talk about the problems that they face in their communities, the problems they have within their own startups, what's the challenges they've been facing in growing their businesses. And the sessions are focused on helping them to understand solutions that are being implemented in different communities, different countries, and how they can put them into their own companies.
Michael, when it comes to the challenges that she mentioned, what are some of the common ones that you have seen have affected young entrepreneurs, especially in the Caribbean and Latin American region?
I think there's a number of them. One of the biggest obstacles that we need to overcome is there are a lot of people who are doing good work in this space. You have some government-sponsored organizations, you have private sector organizations in academia. Our job at the embassy and what we really want to focus on for this year in particular is creating this kind of hub where it connects all of these individuals and resources that are doing all of that, and then finally kind of like a one-stop shop where they'll be able to say, I live in Arima, I focus on agriculture, and I need startup capital. How can you help me? And the idea is that if we break down those barriers of kind of stovepiping, then maybe we can combine all of the force of all of these initiatives that are going forward. So I think just the knowledge base and understanding where to go, a lot of entrepreneurs, they kind of get overwhelmed and they get frustrated. we all know to be a successful entrepreneur, you need grit, and that's something that needs to get overcome as well.
Yeah, definitely. And Deidre said earlier that, you know, there were some 12 delegates that came from the Caribbean and Latin Americas. What was the requirements for them to be selected?
Well, I think there were a number of things that we were looking at. Number one, they had to be active within the wildlife space and entrepreneurship. But one of the biggest things is we're talking about change makers here. People who are dedicated not only to the bottom line, but also going back to their communities and doing that, which is why at the end, Deidre would have mentioned we're doing these exercises within the communities. One thing I want to focus on, so these are hand-picked kind of superstars within their own universe, right? Yeah. And why did we focus on women? That might be a good question. Because essentially we wanted to get things done. Studies show that women entrepreneurs and business owners compared to men are more likely to pursue their passion and more likely to get involved in the community. That's something that I know it might be tough to fess up with as a former entrepreneur, but seriously, getting things done is kind of what it's about. So our idea is that we bring in all of these powerful individuals in this one space, they share, and then again after that, it can't be a talk shop. They have to go out and really bring it back to the community.
Right. All right, so the conference, who is it open to specifically? Is it open to the public, or is it an invitation list of individuals, as you have mentioned, who go give back to their community? Or is it some way that young female entrepreneurs could, within the space, could access this and get hold of this information?
So the conference itself, just for this year, so we're going to try to have it, we're going to scale it up and try to do it every year. This year was open to the Wildlife Network. So there was an application. That's how they were chosen. But the community day, which is the last day, the 30th of March, when we're in the communities, it is open to the public. So we're inviting all the women, all the young ladies, come meet with us, meet our Latin American and Caribbean friends who are here, have a chat with us. We'll be at the Booz Community Center in Rio Claro, at the Chaguanas Community Center in Crissy Trace in Chaguanas, and we'll be at the St. James Police Youth Club in Diego Martin.
And this all happens on the same day?
Yes.
So you have different agents, so to say, who would be at the various locations?
Yeah, we're breaking up into 3 groups.
Right. All right. Well, thank you very much for all you've shared this morning. Do wish you the best moving forward for that. And as you said, the women get things done. So
exactly.
you know, we really expect a lot out of it and see the impact they would have on the communities involved as well.
Could I just say one more thing?
Sure.
For those who are involved and wanting to get involved, check out the RISE website and also our Facebook page. The Wildlife Network is something that we do annually. We're sending these individuals to the United States, and the only way to find out about that is following us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, following us on Instagram. Not only that, Youth Ambassadors, there's a ton of these programs where people can get involved. Maybe not necessarily for this conference, except for this Saturday, but every year we're looking for those bright, shining stars.
All right, that's excellent. All right, and that website would be www.riset.com. All right, thank you so much, Michael Barrera and Deirdre Leakin, for all you've shared this morning. We wish you the best moving forward, and we only see good things coming out of it.
You will.
All right, so we have this and so much more in our program. Still a lot ahead. Stay with us.